June 24th, tolerance. Ever reminding us to place principles before personalities, Tradition 12. Sometimes it's hard to accept others' character defects. As we recover together, we not only listen to others talk in meetings, we also watch how they walk through their recovery. The more we get to know other members, the more we become aware of how they live their lives. We may form opinions about how they work their program. We may find that certain members upset us, or we may even hear ourselves say, if I worked their program, I would surely use. We have found tolerance to be a principle that strengthens not only our own recovery, but also our relationships with individuals who are a source of irritation to us. It becomes easier to accept other members' frailties when we remember that we ourselves rarely turn over our own character defects until we become painfully aware of them. Just for today, I will strive to accept others as they are. I will try not to judge others. I will focus on the principles of love and acceptance. I'm Herb the Addictaholic. This is just for today. And sometimes at meetings, and I've shared on this before, there are people that talk about stuff, that doesn't really correlate with recovery. They'll share in a meeting about some, my ex won't buy a car for my kid, and my kid keeps expecting that, my ex is gonna pitch in money to buy a car, and they keep promising that they're gonna do it, and they're not really doing. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with recovery. You're just complaining about your life at the moment. Like, can you tie it in somehow? And like in my head, I start tripping. Like, you're taking up like 5 to 7 minutes of share time where somebody out there is hurting in the rooms who wants to share on like their addiction versus like a couple bad things that are going on in their life. I mean, that's life. Life comes in and it's hard sometimes, and we have to deal with it. Now, if you start telling me at the end, like, I'm able to deal with this today without using, oh, cool, you brought it back to recovery, fantastic. But they don't. And like, thank you for letting me share. And I'm like, oh, how could you take up all that time to dump on us? And it used to make me, as you can tell, like, it still kind of irks a little bit. But on the same token, like, I've learned that maybe them getting it out is their way of expressing, the emotions that they're going through. And now they're not going to go use. They might not have been able to articulate that or put it into words during their share, but that was the purpose of their share. And if not, so be it. Maybe the whole reason for their share was to learn how to deal with, other not being able to control things, and to allow other people to be who they are on their path, and not be so judgmental. Maybe I can just be a little more compassionate on this person who's dealing with an ex who doesn't give a crap about helping out the kid, and like, maybe I could pitch in $100 or something to help out, or, like, maybe I can think of it. So it's a learning process still. And, I have to learn to be more compassionate, less judgmental. And sometimes, it's hard to do because I am an addict, and I do get into my head. And, but ultimately, like, I can't teach everyone. I'm still learning myself. So how can I go tell somebody else, and this person had more clean time than me. They're looking at 3-4 years of clean time. Who am I, with not even 18 months yet, to go tell them that they're not working a program correctly, and you shouldn't share like that in the meeting, and blah, blah, blah. So, acceptance and learning how to, be compassionate and less judgmental. And I'm working on it. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope to see you tomorrow. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.